Do you want to learn how to put together an R&D tax claim? If so, let's go! Hi, welcome to the R&D Tax Show, the show to help accountants, tax advisors and their clients claim R&D tax relief. I'm Tessin, the founder of GrowthPad, and we help accountants and UK companies claim R&D tax relief. So in the last 3 weeks, we've talked about what is R&D tax relief, which projects qualify, and which costs you can include in a claim. So today I'm going to discuss how you can package all that information together and send it off to HMRC to get your claim processed so you can get cash back for yourself or your clients. So I'd say there's 3 things you need to send to HMRC: the technical report, the financial details, and the tax documents to include the company return and the tax computation. For the technical report, I'd say you break it into 3 parts. The first part would be an overall summary of your business itself. So what does a business do? Where does it operate? Which sector is it in? Who the founders were perhaps? Just a story about the company itself. Usually those details can be found on your About Me page or About Us page. Secondly, you need to talk about why you're putting an R&D claim in. So I wouldn't go into too much details of the projects, but perhaps just a paragraph summarizing what the qualifying project is. You'd also clearly include your company name and the year end. The second part of the report, we'll go into details of how the claim adheres to tax regulation. In this section, I would detail any linked entities, partner entities, total employees, total turnover, gross assets, and also detail any grants that you may have received. All this information doesn't have to be elaborate, it can just be on one page. So for example, number of employees, 20, turnover, 750k. Just keep it simple and straightforward to the point. The third section of the technical report should go into the actual project itself. So what is a project? Why are you doing this work? From a technical point of view, also from a commercial point of view. Do you have any competitors out there? What happened for this project to be started in the first place? Baseline of existing technology, but then you go on to discuss details of what the advance was in science and technology, how you overcame those advances in science and technology, and also why you are or why your client is a competent professional in that subject. So I've covered those topics before in a previous video, so I'll link it in YouTube to here, or if you're on LinkedIn, again, just go to my profile page and go to featured posts, and there'll be a video in there to discuss what qualifies for R&D tax relief. So the next part is the financial details. So I've covered R&D costs before in a different video. Yet again, in YouTube, I'll put it up here, but if you're on LinkedIn, go to my featured posts and you'll see something like which costs qualify for R&D tax relief. I detail those costs on a spreadsheet. I'll separate each cost per page, and then I'll also summarize all the costs on one page. So what I would say is for staff costs, I'd add a bit more detail. So just get a good pen. This was orange. So let's say if you got staff costs to include, you got a gentleman called John. 70% of his time is involved in R&D. His salary is 100k. So 70% of 100k would be obviously 70k, which we include in the R&D tax relief claim. What we need to do is justify why 70% of his time was spent on the project. So to support the staff cost section, I'd write details about John on what he did in the project. Just what was he involved with in the project? Was he involved with testing, development, project management? And I detailed that in the report. In addition, I'd write a bit more information about the background and experience of John. So what qualifications did John have? So that'll give a HMRC an idea whether, let's say if he did software development and he's creating some sort of software, obviously he's got experience of that, so he's a competent professional. But I'll also include details of his work experience just to give additional backup to whether he is a competent professional. So that covers off financials. So once we've got financial details, we've got the R&D costs that qualify. We need to put those costs into the company return and the tax computation. Now, I've actually written quite a detailed blog post to go through how you'd put the R&D costs in the return and tax computation. And instead of going through all the variables here, it's just much easier for you guys just to have a quick skim through this blog. So I'll put details of that blog be in the comments below. So once you have these details, so you've got the technical report, you've written everything, you've got the financial details, you have completed the company return and tax computation, what you need to do is submit this to HMRC. So you'll email HMRC with these attachments. In the email, you'll put in company name, UTR, and what years the R&D tax claim covers. It just makes it easier for HMRC to process from their side. The actual email address I'll put here now. I think that covers everything quite nicely. So at the moment, this is my 4th video, and I've kind of covered the basics of R&D tax relief across these 4 videos. So I've got a few questions that have come through viewers, and I'll be addressing those questions in subsequent videos. So if you've got a question, just get in touch with me. You can email me. My email address will be here, or you can, I don't know, if you're on LinkedIn, just add me and send me the question, and over the next few weeks I'll address those questions. I hope this was useful for you. Enjoy your week and catch you soon.